Here's another somewhat simple stairway you can build with vertical 2x4s, 2x12s, 2x6 for the decking. You can use 1x4s for the connecting boards. These boards right here will help to keep everything straight. Without them, you might have a board that sticks out towards the front and one that kind of sticks back a little bit. And these things right here will help keep everything together. And you can always use this one right here. I think that I passed up this. You would need another one here too, and you'll see that later on. You could actually get away with something like this, but I'd recommend putting a few more of these boards in there. Run the one at an angle, that would work. I would imagine okay. The 2x4s here will help to prevent the bottom from spreading apart. Another view of it there. 2x6, like I said, on the top with 1/8 of an inch space in between them. And of course, this one here has a gap. This is going to be a little smaller. If you notice, the 2x4s here go all the way to the back of the riser. If you're going to build this in two sections, you'll have to cut or rip this board down. I would imagine at least 3/4 of an inch if you're just going to build this stairway without the deck. If you are going to build the deck and the stairs together, you can use one solid board on the bottom to connect everything together. And then this should be a 2x4, which would butt up against this one here, and you wouldn't have a gap there in the center. Take a look at the bottom. Pressure treated lumber, something that will not, or something that you hope will not decay as fast as regular lumber. You're going to set it on top of dirt or concrete. Treated wood or some type of treated wood will work a little better than regular construction standard lumber. This ought to give you an idea what I'm talking about. You can just follow the instructions to build this. If this is all you need, if you need a deck and a set of stairs, then you can build these two and you should end up with something like this. Again, this one here has the gap in the center of it. Something else I wanted to show you is that sometimes the 2x6, if it spans 3 foot, it might need a board, some type of a joist down the center to make it a little stronger. If that's the case, you can always frame. Don't put the 1x4 at the top. Use 2x6, or maybe even 2x4 would work, but the 2x6 would work better. And kind of frame some type of a landing or platform, and this is going to help the span. I think you can span 2x6 up to 2 foot. And of course here, this would be 3 foot. So something like this is probably going to work better. And it's also going to provide you with better nailing. You're going to be able to attach the vertical 2x4s to the joist here. And then you'll also be able to install the decking. The decking can then nail to that also. So I hope that makes sense there. This is the way I would do it. Here are the measurements. 2x12 and a 1x6. The bottom riser will need to be ripped down to at least 6 inches if you have a 7.5 inch rise. The other ones will be 7.5 inches. The bottom one is the only one you're going to need to adjust. We have 3 foot wide here. You can make it smaller. I wouldn't make it larger without changing the size of the treads or adding more structural supports to the center of the stairway. Here are the measurements for the basically wall stringer and the wall. You can see here this is 10.5 inches. Something I'd like to point out, and you can end up with a problem over here, is that if I put 3 2x4s together, there's a very good chance I might have 10.75 inches, not 10.5 inches. And I don't think it's going to create a problem because you have a 1 inch overhang on the nosing. Instead of 1 inch, you would have 3/4 inch nosing, which would be fine. But if you want to make sure that it's 10.5 inches and you get the 1 inch nosing, you might actually need to rip one of these boards down. Maybe it's going to be the center board, keep everything looking okay, or the sideboard, whatever it is going to be. A lot of times people want to do stuff in proportion. So if you cut it out of the center board, it might look a little neater, like a racing stripe maybe. I don't know. So now these measurements here, again, same thing. If we lined up a bunch of 2x4s, it's probably going to be 3 foot 2 inches, not 3 foot 1.5 inches. I would recommend, if you are going to build something like this, to maybe cut your pieces, lay them all on a flat section, measure them, and then see if they line up with these. If not, then you'll have to compensate for them. Otherwise, it's not going to work out like this. So If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2x6s you're going to use for your deck, cut 7 of them, lay them down, put the spacing in between them, and measure it. The wall here, same thing, cut the pieces, lay them down, measure it before you cut the bottom piece or your support pieces. And this right here should be 1 3/4 longer than this. So if you lay this out first, make sure that this wall is 1 3/4 smaller in width to make up for the 3/4 inch riser and the 1 inch overhang. So anyway, that is it for this video. Let me know if some of these measurements do not work, and I will be able to change them or pull the video and make another video. So keep in mind, again, these measurements are for precise measurements. 7.5 inch risers. We have a 10.5 inch tread run with a 1 inch overhang, which is 11.5 inches. So if you get lumber that's 11.25 inches, you might have a problem. So, or the measurements for this stuff will need to be adjusted, like I said. In this video, I am going to try and build some stringers out of 2x4s. And for those of you wondering why I would use 2x4s when 2x12s are available, because you live in an area where there is plenty of lumber, I do have to point out that there are some places who have a difficult time getting larger lumber. So with that said, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So as you can see, I have a couple of 2x4s that we are going to firmly attach together. I'll provide you with some ideas for that towards the end of the video. And in our first example, I'm going to keep it about the same size as the 2x12, which is going to create a problem with the small tip here. And that could cause the small part here to crack when you go to drive a nail in here. So if you do something like this, you might want to pre-drill a hole for a nail or a screw. Or if the piece is small enough, you might be able to build the stringer without it. However, don't fear. I've also created a couple of other examples where we can make this a little bit larger. Now, if you notice here, I have 2 full-length 2x4s, and I've created the stringer to where the point of the angle here, where the bottom of the riser and the tread meet, won't need to notch into the lower support board, which will end up providing us with a little stronger stringer. Now, even though I said that we're going to use 2x4s in the video, I want to point out that if you can get larger materials, it might be good to use them right here, so you don't have to worry about the splitting, or at the very least you will have one less gap here to worry about. Now keep in mind that this area right here can crack also if you're going to be screwing or nailing into it. And that would go for any other part of the stringer where you come to a narrow point. And of course, it would be obvious that you couldn't do this if all you had access to were 2x4s, which means you might need to do something like this. Start from this point here, so that this is going to be 3.5 inches wide, providing you with the largest piece possible for your stringer, along with providing you with more structural support here. And another thing I need to point out, even though this would be obvious while you were building the stairs, which would be to make sure that you locate the support boards on the bottom at the far edge here, because if we leave it like this and there is any type of cracking, it could actually crack right here. So make sure that the stringer is fully supported here, and you can always use larger boards, and the same would hold true for the ledger. You can see where this needs to be a little bit larger, and if all you have are 2x4s, you can just nail a bunch of 2x4s in here to create your ledger. So you might need about 3 2x4s, 2x4 here, 2x4 here and a 2x4 here running the length of the wall to support the stair stringers. And I'm guessing that this right here, since it's going to be wider, is going to be about the strongest stringer you can build out of all of the examples I've provided you with in the video. And even though we have installed a larger block, if you do drive a nail anywhere into the treads, the stringers anywhere, and it cracks, then I would definitely start pre-drilling holes for all of your nails or screws. And you could always remove one of the 2x4s if you're going to be providing additional support like this. However, I wouldn't recommend removing this 2x4 here and just having these two. However, I will leave that up to you. I'm just throwing these ideas out there. And you can see here where we are using screws to attach everything. And I'm going to go ahead and provide you with an X-ray view here of the screws. Pre-drill some holes, and you could even countersink the screws if you wanted to connect the 2x4s together. And obviously, if you were going to do something like this, then all of these boards would need to be pre-cut. And there are plenty of ways to join boards together, and a couple of those might be using a biscuit jointer or some wooden dowels, along with adhesive at all of the breaks. And you could even use adhesive if you wanted to in your pre-drilled holes for your screws. Obviously, for your dowels, you're going to want to use some adhesive, and your biscuit joints. And it would be a good idea to position the screws or dowels away from any areas where you might be adding additional nails and screws. And some more ideas would be to use some type of building hardware or straps. And you might not need to pre-drill any holes in this here, but you might need to up here where the board's getting a little shorter. Of course, you can always reposition the straps however you feel necessary, and even use 2x4s to nail all of the blocks together with, and plywood or OSB. And you could get as creative as you want here, obviously, larger or smaller. And maybe even a support block like this might work in the middle of the stringer, especially if you are going to be creating larger stairways by using any of the methods shown in this video. And let's not forget that I have never physically built any of these, so if you build it and for whatever reason it does not work, do not shoot the messenger here. And I would also like to point out that something like this might work a lot better on the interior than it would on the exterior, where you could be getting a lot more moisture that could create problems for all of the joints where the pieces are joined together.